Now, welcome back to the channel, all my hustlers and grinders and go-getters, the ones that wake up in the morning, look in the mirror, say, I'm gonna get money today. It's Matt in the JoJo, and we're back with another video.
It is time for another Motivational Monday, Network Monday, where you get to ask us questions and even talk to other haulers, junk removal people. And, it's just a great way to network and stay motivated for the week to come.
And hopefully you made a killing today. I know me and the Julio did, and the JoJo was just sitting at home, relaxing, doing secretary stuff, which is awesome.
Yeah, I didn't go out on the truck today, but our phone rung off the hook today, and I was surprised because the weather has been super rainy, rain. It doesn't even feel like spring, and but today the phone was ringing
off the hook.
Yeah. So hi to Carlos, he says hi to all, and he's watching, and we have a special guest today. We have Edon from Workiz, who is going to talk about all the features Workiz has, because in lots of our videos, we talk about that we use Workiz, and we actually do use Workiz. We are not going to promote a product that we don't use and that hasn't been substantially helpful to us. So we did a live with UZ Marketing because we use their signs. We think they're awesome. It's a great product. So we put them on the channel. And just like today, we use Workiz. We think it's awesome. So we have them on the channel. And Maria says, hello, and TTG Sushi just finished his second job today. That's great. We love to hear that you're doing good. And then we have Garza's Junk Hauling in the house. So when we first started our business, we did everything ourselves. We, wrote down our jobs on the calendar. We did sticky notes. We took pictures of our sticky notes. We got an invoice app, and we had to fill that out, and we sent out invoices through that app. And then we had another app for something else, and we were using that for something else. And we ended up with so many apps on our phone, just trying to stay organized and scheduling things is, being organized is so important when you're running a business. And you definitely cannot grow your business without being extremely organized. So Workiz actually really helped us get organized.
So pretty much we used to do it the ghetto way. Like the JoJo said, every single job that came in, we'd write it down. We had a calendar in our room taped on the wall, and I would take a picture of that calendar every single day, look at the photos, see what jobs I needed, typing in the directions to the job, GPSing it, and that's how we got jobs done. That's how we used to do it. But since we use Workiz, it's been a game changer for sure.
Yes, really is a game changer. So it is an all-inclusive app that includes absolutely everything you need to run your business successfully. And, our day begins and ends with Workiz. We look at it first thing in the morning. It tells us what jobs we have on the list. It sends a customer a notice that, hey, we're on the way. It will navigate you to your job. So you're not having to, type in your the address that you're headed to. Workiz has it. It's right there. It's built in. And it takes payment. It sends invoices, and it just keeps track of everything. And we love it.
And the best thing, too, if you don't want to buy it right now, at least try it. If you can see right there, get 2 months free. Sign up in the link down below and just try it out. And you'll see for yourself how much of a game changer it really is and how your business will grow.
Yeah. So we'll actually, let's welcome our guest, Edon from Workiz, that will talk about all the many features that Workiz has to offer.
What's going on?
Hi.
Hey, guys. Great to be here. I'm an admirer of your videos and shows. You guys have been such terrific partners. And, in general, the junk removal community really kind of embraced us So it's a privilege to come here and speak to everyone. It's great. I'm hearing your story about how you started up. It really reminds me of when we started up, because as you know, I was a locksmith. I had a business here in San Diego, and we were all over the place. Okay, we were using spreadsheets and notepads. Back at the time, there was no way to do call tracking. I mean, today you have Workiz, you have a bunch of apps that do call tracking. We actually bought different cell phones with different colors, so we'll know where we got every call from. Kind of call tracking for for starters. So we went. I was very young, and back at the time it was Yellow Pages. They asked me for like $10,000 the whole year up front. And I was like, I got to know what's coming back. So we actually got like a Verizon phone, a T-Mobile phone in different colors to understand where we're getting those calls from. So great to be here. I wanted to talk about a couple of things that make Workiz and the junk removal community match so well. And this is something we started seeing. Again, we started off with with the locksmith community, with garage door folks, and suddenly we saw a big correlation and a fit with junk removal businesses that were just growing and showing up all over the place. So we'll start at the beginning. One of the things that really kind of sparked the interest of junk removal businesses is the way we integrate online booking. Okay, I mean, today I know this. Back at the time, I didn't really know this, but junk removal businesses can achieve 30% of book jobs online. Okay, and this is data we look at every day to understand how much better can we do for junk removal businesses. That means if you own a junk removal business and you're not booking online, you're losing money basically. Okay, I mean, we looked at it. We studied users. Today's users, and I'm talking about millennials. The younger folks, they'll do anything not to pick up and call you. Okay, they'll text you. They'll look for some way to book online. Email you, whatever. They're not gonna pick up the phone. So it's important to have this available for them. Now, the Workiz online booking, you can integrate it into your website in literally, a minute, and that's it. It's connected to your schedule. It shows your availability. We added some cool options based on actual junk removal businesses' feedback to actually show availability by types and allow to pick items and collect a deposit online. That means you can customize it in any way that you want and have people just book jobs while you sleep. I mean, you're resting, your day is done, and money keeps rolling in because you have that availability there. So this is something that has been tremendous in our journey with junk removal businesses.
Yeah, we actually use the online booking, and we're very happy with it.
Definitely.
It's a great feeling when you get a hit and you look on your phone and it's an online booking. You're like, yeah. You didn't need to do no work at all. They typed in the address, their phone number, their name. They did all the work. That's it.
Super easy. Definitely. That's the way people want it today, So it works out for us, less dispatchers, less salaries to pay. So yeah, that has been a terrific, terrific product for the junk removal folks. Moving on from that, our scheduling, we built the scheduling in a way that allows for, optimal routing of your trucks. Okay. You look at it, we have companies that, manage 15, 20 trucks with this. And, obviously we have people with 1 or 2 trucks. They look at their timeline. They understand, okay, well, how's this day going to look like? How's this week going to look like? They can route, drag things around. They can click into a job that, they need to push a couple of hours back, just drag it to the right, click message, let the customer know. That means you're just looking at the screen, managing everything in one place. You need to switch stuff between your guys. You need service areas. A lot of the folks have different service areas. I know we had this as locksmiths, okay? So that means, I don't know if you've ever been to San Diego, it's kind of stretchy, about 50, 60 miles from one point to the other. I mean, the last thing you want, especially with today's gas prices, is to drive all the way from the border up to North County just to do a job. we developed something called service area, which allows you to kind of segment, geofence those areas, and basically make it easier for yourself. Okay, so customer gives you a zip code, you put in the zip code, we tell you, hey, these are the trucks that work there. No need to call around and say, hey, who's available? Who's in North County? Who's in South County? Workiz does that for you. Okay. Now, above the scheduling is everything you would expect from a normal CRM these days. So that means all of your clients, addresses, history, everything, it's in your pocket. Okay. You just pull up the app, you put some sort of a phone number, a name. That's it. You got all your customers, details. Now, it's more than just a contact book. It gives you the history. When was the last time they called me? How much did they, how much did I charge them? Any messages that you had between them. Which brings me to another piece that is super important, especially for junk removal businesses. You guys advertise. You guys need to get that phone ringing every day. Workiz has a built-in phone and a built-in messaging system. Okay. Now, why did we do that? Obviously, we want to make sure that people can communicate with their customers, as often as possible. Like, hey, I'm on the way, or I'm running late, which, by the way, has a shortcut within the app. Like, if you want to tell somebody you're late, you don't need to type the message while you're driving. It's just 2 buttons. I'm late, 20 minutes, send. Workiz has a built-in phone. Okay, so that means if you're advertising and you're counting on people to give you a call every day, you want to know where that money is coming from. Just like when we started off as locksmiths back then, and I had, a nickel and a half to spend on advertising, and I wanted to see that everything's coming back. That's what you want to do today on a scale. Okay, so Workiz gives you phone numbers, you put them in your ads, phone rings, you answer, you have a button, turn it into a job. That's it. Workiz will mark that job according to the source that this came from. End of the month, you're looking, okay, how much money did I make from Google? How much money did I make from Facebook? Or you know what? The number that's on my truck. Okay, a lot of junk removal folks have that big number, big 800 number on the truck. Wouldn't you like to know how much money that's bringing you? Workiz allows you to do that as well. So, any business that basically is what we call on demand, meaning people need you today, now, and they look you up online, you want to track where it's coming from. You want to make sure that if you're paying some sort of a marketing agency or advertiser, you want to see that money comes back to your pocket. We have a question here from Junk Removal Lancaster. I use Workiz for my junk removal. Rough dumpster. I have only. Oh, okay. So it's a statement. Okay. Yeah, definitely. Kudos to you, man.
He's using it. Yeah, being able to track your jobs is one of the most important things because it really, really enables you to know what is working. Is it your signs? Is it Facebook? Is it Google? So I think that feature really is one of my favorites.
Awesome. Yeah, definitely. We saw people put in, because, it takes like 30 seconds to get a phone number on Workiz. You just go to numbers, search for a number you like. That's it. It's yours. It's working. And we've seen people put them on, door hangers, magnets for the fridge, anything that gets people to call you. But again, you have to know that money's coming back. Everything. Don't ever spend money. This is like one lesson I learned in life. Never spend money on advertising if you don't know to measure how it comes back and if it's profitable. Okay.
So I've actually had quite a few people that would ask, "Hey, should I get a whole phone, a whole other phone just for my business to separate personal and business?" And really, with Workiz, that enables you to have like the best of both worlds with that.
Yeah, definitely. You can have 200 phone numbers on your phone, okay, that don't touch your personal life. And you can have scheduling for it and say, hey, after 8, don't call me, leave a message. Funny thing is, Workiz will actually take any voicemails that we're always trying to get you jobs, okay? So that means if somebody's after hours leaving you a message, says, hey, Jojo, I got your number from a friend. I live at 123 West Main Street. I need some, junk pickup. Just pick up one piano. Here's my number. Workiz will transcribe that message, put it in your inbox, and it's going to identify that the guy said, I need junk pickup, and this is my phone number, and give you a button to turn it into a job. Okay,
That's
so because we've all run into it. You're in a job, can't pick up the phone, or it's it's not polite in front of a customer. We take that voicemail, we sum it up for you, and we let you turn it into a job. It's all about using technology to end up with money in the business owner's pocket.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely phone tracking, super important. We made it an element inside of our app. Also, anybody who's done any service work, you want to track everything. You want to have the recordings. You want to make sure there's no kind of he said, she said situations. God knows I've been there. It also allows you to kind of track the calls that your field guys are doing. With Workiz, you don't have to let them use their own cell phones. They can call through the app. So that means customer sees your number, okay, and the call is recorded. So let's say a year from now, guy's not working for you anymore. He doesn't remember his phone number, which he probably opened his own junk removal business by now. They remember your phone number because you control the caller ID. So again, it's all of these small tweaks that we've got from owning a service business ourselves.
Yeah, and so important, really, especially with junk removal, to to be able to answer your phone, or because if the customer, they'll call, and if you don't answer, or they're not able to like provide their information in any way, they will just hang up and call like the next person on the Google list. They're not going to wait for you.
So that's another thing we've added actually last year. It's called Workiz automations. Okay, so we found a lot of situations where people are missing out. They're missing out because they have to do manual work. And that includes reminding somebody that they have a pickup tomorrow. That includes trying to get a review from someone after a job is done. That includes having a missed call. So we created Workiz automations. So it basically means you can automate any messaging in Workiz by completing a line. Okay, so that means you go and you assemble a kind of a sentence. We call it natural language form. And you can say, when a call is missed, text back the client with a message. And the default is, hey, I'm sorry I missed your call. By the way, you can use this link to book us online. And you wouldn't believe the response from this. I mean, when people are calling and, you're busy, they get that text right back, click on it, that's it, book job. Another situation, they don't get that text, that's it, next one on Google. Okay? Yeah. Anything that we can do to increase the revenue. We've had customers that came to us with automations. You can say, hey, the job is done. Send the customer a text and, ask him nicely, hey, man, it was nice being at your location at so-and-so address. If you liked everything, please feel free to leave us a review here at, your Google page or Yelp. We've had customers, somebody left us a review with this. He said, for 2 years, I managed to collect 100 good reviews. Within 3 months with Workiz, I doubled it.
Nice. That's actually the next thing I was going to ask you is, can you tell us a little bit about the feature that it makes it very, very easy to get good reviews?
Yeah, definitely. So I can actually show it on my screen if you guys don't mind. Okay, let's share screen real fast. Okay, can you guys see my screen?
Do we add to stream?
There you go.
You got it?
Yeah.
Yep, you're all good.
Very good. So this is Workiz automation. Okay, so there's templates for everything that you want. Okay, so that means follow-ups for invoices. Any invoices, estimates, anything of that sort. But it's really easy to kind of build your own. So I'll add an automation. I'll say, okay, if a job is status of done, I'll send the client a text message of Hey, and by the way, this uses what we call dynamic values. So that means if your name is Jojo, it's going to say, hey, Jojo, was a pleasure. Sorry, let me correct my grammar here. Servicing your home at, and we'll just do, we can do address, we can do basically anything that is within the job. Leave us a review at, whatever the Google listing that you guys have. Okay, and that's it. It's dynamic, and we want to do this as soon as it's done. Text message, and we can do this immediately, or we can do this one day after the job, or 2 hours after the job, whatever you guys feel comfortable with. And that's it. It's running, and you can also add additional conditions. Now, this works for pretty much everything. Okay, so that means if you guys have an invoice and it's due, you can send somebody a text, hey, pay me, please. After 14 days, you can do, hey, please, you're late on the payment. You can do the same thing to follow up on estimates. As I mentioned, same thing on calls. So if I have a missed call, I want to send the client a text message that says, hey, book me online. So obviously I got to change this here, and we have our, booking link right here, and we can put a nice message along with that. Basically, any situation in Workiz that needs a follow-up, a notification. Obviously, the most basic usage of this is, reminding somebody of, they have a job tomorrow. So that means we can send the client a text message, and we can do that, one day ahead of, make sure that they'll be there. I mean, we've all been there. You set an appointment with a customer, you get there, nobody's home, you call them, I completely forgot. So you can set multiple rules of this. You can set one a day before, 2 hours before. I recommend basically doing as many as you can, because the number one thing I hated as a locksmith was driving 20 miles over to somebody's house and they just forgot that we had an appointment. So a lot of tools basically to automate your work and make sure that you manage to do the best you can in a day's work. Optimizing schedule, taking as many calls as you can, understanding where the calls come from, allowing people to book your services online, automating, okay, making sure people are there, making sure that they leave a review. Automations can even be used to, send promotions. Sure enough, a lot of your customers are repeat customers, okay? Junk is accumulated in the garage again, all these Amazon boxes, 6 months after, you want to say to them, hey, it's hello from, from my business, and, here's 10% just for calling us back with the link.
Yeah, it's one of the features that I really like is it keeps your client's information. So every single client that you have ever booked through Workiz, their name, their address, their email. And so if you want to, send out once a year or every 6 months, postcard or email blast just to say, hey, thanks for using our services in the past. We value you as a customer, and we're available for spring cleaning. And you could literally send that to absolutely anybody that you've done business with.
Definitely. I mean, if there's one thing I recommend to any service business owner, not just junk removal, engage with customers the more you can. I mean, you don't know how much money there is in repeat clientele in any business. I mean, sure, you can advertise, get more customers, but you need to invest in your current customer base. You need to make sure when people tell them, hey, I need to haul a piano out of my garage, they say, hey, call Jojo. I have a number for you. You want to make sure you always kind of, keep in touch with the local community, with your customers. I know for me, keeping in touch with local realtors, that sort of thing, always, generated some work. And, other than that, we keep talking and engaging with our users because, as you know, I'm stuck in an office. I'm no longer in a truck. So, we keep talking and interviewing our customers, especially junk removal folks, to understand what's the next thing. We're just releasing this week a new upgrade. We got a lot of feedback from the junk removal folks that they want to push more tips to their employees. That's a big thing, because people tip the junk removal guy. And we just did a big revamp that kind of pushes your guy to give the device over to the homeowner with big buttons that emphasize the tip. We want to make sure these guys get paid. So this is something, for example, that is based a lot on junk removal business feedback. So we don't only develop the cool and the innovative, we listen a lot. We listen to the people that work with us.
Yeah, that's great to listen, because you're changing Workiz to meet the needs of the junk removal industry. So that's great.
Yeah, one of my favorite options is when I put a job on the calendar, it gives you down below description of the job. I'll know if there's like a mattress, a couch there, a dresser, if there's going to be like a half load there. So if I got a half load in my truck, I know I can still get this job done. I know what's going to be there. So I think that's a real cool feature too on there.
Yeah, definitely. And you can customize that as well, but I won't bore you with the technicalities.
Well, it's been great talking to you. You're very, very knowledgeable. Is there a feature that we didn't cover, or is you have a favorite feature?
There's a lot, but I try to stick to the basics. Okay, it's like if I had 15 minutes to tell every junk removal business that this is what you should do, you'll make more money. Trust me, I see this on thousands of businesses scale. This is what you should implement tomorrow to make more money.
Yeah. Well, one thing I definitely want to point out, and it's one of my favorite things about Workiz, is that lots of information is provided. It is not a company where you buy the product and then you're on your own to figure out. They offer free demonstrations. They're right there for you. So if you're trying to use something and you can't figure something out, you call them and they answer, and they will schedule a time to either just Zoom with you or talk you through step by step. But they also have what's called Workiz Academy on YouTube that has real short little tutorials just for like one thing. Like let's say you're wanting to know how to get a review, or you want to know how to put your job in here, or you want to know just certain things.
Yeah, we're always creating more and more content, just to make it available. We find that a lot of business owners, day is hectic, you're busy, you finally get around to doing and organizing your stuff. It's 8 p.m., 9 p.m. You need to talk to someone, or you need to figure out someone. So we have help.workiz, lots of video, the entire academy is there. We try to make everything very accessible. We're also, very proud to say that, we are ranked #1 of field service software as ease of use. Okay, so that means every time we design something, we test it with users. It's like, what do you think this does? How does that button look to you? We want to make sure that, because you guys know employees come in and out. I mean, you guys know how to work the software. That's fine. Last thing we want is for you to spend a month with each new employee just to teach him how that works. So we try to make everything super simple, super clear. If you would open our app, you would see everything's like a big yellow button to make sure that your employee pushes the right option.
That's great. That's a great feature. Well, Edon, thank you very much, because we should all be a little bit more knowledgeable about Workiz. Because if you are watching this and you've ever been curious about how Workiz works, because you hear us talk about it in videos, click on the link and see what it has to offer and look at it. Give it a try, because no doubt it will make you a more organized business owner.
Definitely. Thank you guys for having me. You guys are awesome. Keep making those videos, huh?
Well, thank you.
You take it easy. Well, there you have it. And I'm not going to lie either. When it comes to Workiz, I love Workiz. I use it for my business and also my personal life. Like I had to schedule this live video. How'd I do it?
You
On Workiz.
put it on the Workiz
And me and the JoJo got a fishing trip, a fishing tournament on the 25th. And guess where I put it on? On Workiz.
Yeah, it's so, you don't accidentally, schedule jobs on days where you have other things to do than do a job.
So make sure if you guys want to try it out, the 2 months for free, go to our link down below, check it out, try it out, and you'll love it. I promise you. So we got 34 people in the building. Make sure you guys smash that like button if you love me and the JoJo.
Yeah. Yeah. And leave a comment if you use Workiz. If you use Workiz and how it's working for you. Because and there was a question somebody wrote, let me see if I can find it. Somebody said that they were just starting out. And let's see. Ooh, first job, $1,000 for a property manager. Went with Workiz for our software because of you guys. That's awesome.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's great. Love to hear it. We wouldn't talk about it and promote a product if we didn't use it and liked it. And I have to be honest with you. We get a lot of people wanting us to try stuff. And there's so many that I haven't even clicked on everything to. They just want us to say, hey, this product is great and you should use it. And we won't do that. We won't steer our subscribers in a wrong direction or a direction that we don't know where that path is going to lead. So we use Workiz and we really like it. And Workiz has so many features that we aren't even using yet. And we still love it. So
there's a few things you should have. The first thing you need to have is a website with some good keywords in there. You got to get your reviews up. You want to have a truck that you can push a button, and you want to be organized. So definitely give the free trial a try.
Yeah. So I'm not sure, Mario, if you are the one that wrote earlier, because you're saying that you just started out and is it worth using? And another person, and it might have been you, maybe you just wrote a comment differently, but they're like, I'm solo, I'm just starting out, I only have a couple of jobs a week. Does this work for me? So, when you're just starting out, so this is going to kind of be a yes and no, because when you're first starting out, we know what it's like. When you're first starting out, you often don't have extra money. You really don't have extra money, and you're just trying to get your phone to ring, and your work really, really goes into just getting your phone to ring. So, if that's the case and you're not able to spend the money on that, then maybe not. But I feel really strongly that it's good to start with what you can. So if you're able to start with it, I would, because you're going to learn the features. It's going to be second nature because you're starting your business already working the software and learning the software. And so, and it also, every time you book a job with Workiz, it keeps that customer's information. And that is so valuable to being able to touch base with that customer again, to get them to become a repeat customer. So, if you're able to start with Workiz, I would do it. I really would do it. And not only that, another thing we've not mentioned, but Workiz is a work tool, and that is a write-off.
It's a straight write-off, so you got to have something like that. So
it's a write-off. And really, the most important thing when you are running your own business is trying to grow. Trying to grow. Someday you may want employees, and someday you want to be able to get off the trucks, and you can only take this business like so far, without the proper scheduling tools and the app tools and sending invoices and taking payments and getting people to leave reviews and sending receipts and knowing how long jobs are taking your employees to do, and where your jobs are, where are your jobs coming from, tracking your jobs. All this stuff is so important.
It's right in the palm of your hand.
It really
Today,
is.
me and the Julio were out. He was driving. We busted out 4 jobs. I booked 6 jobs on Workiz. And when the customer called me up, I put it on speakerphone. I typed their information in there. I know exactly where it's at. I put them on the calendar. I know what they got. I know the price I'm going to charge them are pretty close. And I'm done within a minute.
Yeah.
It's in the palm of my hand. Then the next customer calls, I answer the phone, put them on speakerphone, put the information in there. It's a game changer. I'm telling you right now. So if you're doing it the old school way, like me and the JoJo used to,
Yeah.
don't do that no more. You're gonna lose. Something's gonna happen. You're gonna lose
Yeah.
You're gonna lose some information. You're gonna lose a little piece of paper or something. You had a job. You're gonna forget about it. So
Yeah.
get organized.
It's nothing replaces being organized, and nothing will do it better for you than Workiz.
And with that being said, I think we're done for the day, JoJo. Anything else?
No, does anybody have any questions or anything like that? Once again, if you're interested in giving Workiz a try, you can check out our link in the description down below. And I also pinned the link to the up to the chat.
And hopefully you guys are staying super busy. We've been busy out here in California. It is springtime right now, but it is still raining like cats and dogs, which is crazy, but the phone keeps ringing and we keep booking.
Yeah. I use Workiz for we did that one already.
And with that being said, we love all you guys and we'll catch you on the next video. And tomorrow we're dropping a video of a hoarder job that we did. And let me tell you, it was a rough one, but we got it done.
I know, it was one of those jobs where you had to literally start at the door to open the door.
So stay tuned for that one and we'll catch you on the next one.